calling in all entrepreneurs, light workers, star seeds who are here ready to make impact, more money on this earth, and shift to the fifth dimension. Are you ready to ascend? What is up, Starseed fam? My name is Natalie Paterson, and welcome to the Ascension Codes podcast. Today we're going to be talking about filling my cup up. Guys, I've been on a huge journey for the past year and 9 months running my business, and I'm going to get really vulnerable and share what's really been going on in my life. And I haven't actually really spoken about this to many people. So you're going to get the insides to my life. Okay, so over the last maybe month or so, I've been feeling like my battery is getting flat. You know, I've been trying to fill my cup up. I've been grounding at the beach. I've been doing breath work. I've been doing meditation. I've been talking to my beautiful mentors. I've got this incredible business, and I've also got this incredible VA agency. I'm doing this podcast. I've got friends. I've got family. I've got all these things going on. And I'm like, a few weeks ago, I was like, fuck, I feel tired. I feel actually tired. And I was like, I need a little pick me up. And so I said to one of my mentors, what can I do to give myself more energy? And no, you guys know I've got so much energy all the time. However, I was feeling a little off. I was kind of like, my battery's flat. That's how I felt. Truly. I was like, my battery is flat. What do I do? And one of my mentors said, have a social media detox. Nat, you're holding so much energy. I've almost got 100 clients. I've got incredible team that support me. And I've got the most incredible clients who I'm so grateful for. And all of them getting really cool results. I'm getting really cool results. We're all building business. We're all making impact. And I'm so grateful. And then I thought, my battery's flat. And then I was also almost kind of shaming myself for having a flat battery, because I'm like, I have all this energy. I have all this like, yay, like I'm jumping online. I'm like, woo, let's go. Let's do it. And though I was also like a little bit flatter than normal. And even one of my friends said to me, hey Nat, you're not as bubbly as you normally are. And I'm like, I think I'm just a bit tired. Like I would love to just spend 2 days in bed just sleeping. And my friend was like, why don't you do that? And I was like, great idea. And also too, one of my mentors said, have a social media detox. And I was like, fucking great idea. So I thought, what does a social media detox actually mean? You know, okay, no phone, no internet, no music, like no TV. Not that I ever actually watch TV anyway, but just literally no electronic, no outside noise, right? And I was like, okay, so what can I do? I can go to the beach. I can go out in nature, which I love to do. I can read a book. And I was like, oh my God, amazing. And I said, Spirit, please bring me a book that I really need to read. And so one of my girlfriends, she has just been over to Vanuatu to a crystal island from Lemuria. She went and meditated, and she's like, babe, I met God. I found God. And I read this book that changed my life. And I was like, what's the book? Can I have it? She's like, of course. And I was like, thank you, Spirit. Of course, divinely guided. Same week I asked for a book. Ding, ding, ding. She's got a book. I start reading this book in my 4 days off, right? So my first day off, I was like, yes, I have got time to fully nourish myself, spend as much time. I had an hour shower. I put moisturizer on. I laid in my bed naked. I was like, this is a fucking life. This is the fucking vibe. I was like, oh my God, so much spaciousness for activities. And I was like, I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to fucking ground for as long as I want. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. So I took myself to Lamington National Park, and I went on a beautiful big bushwalk. I came home and I started reading this book. And this book is called Radical Forgiveness. And this book was so influential over my life over the last couple of weeks, right? It's totally changed my life. It's given me a huge pivot. It's giving me a secret piece of the puzzle. And you guys know I love talking about pieces of the puzzle. I feel like our spirit guides are always bringing us little pieces of the puzzle that are there to really help us. And one thing that having a social media detox taught me was that there is so much beauty in the stillness. There is so much intuitive flow in the stillness. And my spirit guides gave me a really cool piece of the puzzle to my business. And I'm so, so, so grateful. So my spirit guide said, Nat, it's time to put on support coaches. And I was like, oh my God, amazing. So I've now brought on 2 amazing support coaches that are there as like my pillars for my new group containers. And they are there to fully hold even more beautiful humans that are entering my containers. I will always be running my coaching programs. However, what I've decided to do is put them into my WhatsApp so they can actually connect with my clients, and actually whenever my clients need support, there's someone there. And on a Sunday, I actually have a report that they send my clients that they're able to check in. It's like a check-in. So every single week, they're now able to check in with my clients to see where they are for accountability. So all entrepreneurs that welcome into my container, they have weekly accountability, weekly check-ins, weekly gratitudes, weekly what did they do last week? What could they improve on? And so I gave these little tweaks to my business based on me having spaciousness in these 4 days off, having a detox with social media, and just allowing my intuitive flow to come through. And it was so fucking powerful. So I wonder if you're interested in this book, right? Radical Forgiveness. It's so fucking cool. It speaks about the fact that during our life, there are processes or there are beautiful characters that come into our life that are there so that we actually get mirrored back to us what we truly need to hear or know or see. And lately, I've been getting a lot of beautiful people mirroring back to me some incredible things. And I'm like, wow, what I see in people all the time is the beauty and the devotion to their mission and the bigness of their mission and the gratitude that they have. And then what I've also had come up in the last couple of weeks, I've had 2 incidences where I've actually felt not good enough. And they've come in so hard, like a stab to the heart. I'm like, that's right. There's that old cheeky fucking devil. I feel like I'm not good enough. And I was like, fuck, this is really playing out. Like, this is getting mirrored back to me by 2 people in my life. And so this book came at the most perfect fucking time. Whilst reading this book, I noticed that there has been a series of people in my life that has mirrored this one massive shadow back to me, that I'm not good enough piece. And what I took away from the book that was really valuable was that every single person that was playing that character was playing it for me, was playing it so that I could get the lesson and that I could get the learning that I am actually good enough. And I feel as if I've had a new paradigm this week by knowing my true worth, by knowing who I am and what I'm here to really do. Not only that, but at the core of my wounding of I'm not good enough, I actually now know that I truly am, based on the fact that we are all here to play out all of our wounds, right? I always say this, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And in this projection back to me was actually what I was really noticing in myself, which was at the core wounding, I'm not good enough. And so this book continuously speaks about the fact that it's a forgiveness piece that we've got to give back to the people that have hurt us or that have portrayed this or that have played this character for us. And I wrote a letter in this book, the process is write a letter to the person that has portrayed this or projected this back to you. And there was so much healing that went into this letter. There was so much love and gratitude that went into this letter. And it's this funny knowing of the soul and the soul contract that is here. No matter how bad it is, they are here and they signed a contract to help us. And, when I look back at past relationships that I've had or past best friendships that I've had that, quote unquote, I feel like I've been fucked over. And really, I've never been fucked over. I've now only ever been helped. And I've always, for the last couple of years doing self-development, I've always reflected on the fact that people are always here to help us grow. And that nothing's actually happening to me. Everything's happening for me. And at the highest good, everything's always happening for me. And so when I really went into this book even deeper, I realized that the key piece of every single character in my movie, they've played back the same underlining current, the same underlining thing that has been playing time and time and time again, which is my core wounding of I'm not good enough. And I was like, oh my God, this is so fucking powerful. This book is so fucking powerful because it made me literally sit with every single person in my life that has done, quote unquote, something bad to me. It's made me sit in silence and sit in the love and sit in the gratitude of I'm so grateful for every single person in my life gifting me with a wounding that has allowed me to grow and allowed me to see the beauty in this. And so now I see the beauty in every single bad situation that has happened to me throughout my life. And so I did 4 whole days off all social media, right? On the 3rd day, I was like 3rd way through the book. And I remember thinking, oh, like I get the book, like I get it. Like I've done self-development, like I get the process. Like it wasn't really landing. And I was like, oh, I'm grateful for the book. Like it's been a good lesson, yeah. And I went and sat on the beach and I called in my feminine energy and I called in my masculine energy. And I just sat on the beach holding the polarity of the energies within me. And then I called in all my spirit guides. And that is when my spirit guide said, Nat, for you to really crack $1 million, which I'm pretty close to. When you really crack $1 million in sales, you're going to need the next piece. And the next piece for you is actually those foundations. You need more support. You're holding all of this on your own and you've done amazing. You need the next support. And I was like, fuck yeah, you're right. And so they told me the 2 beautiful souls that will be supporting me on my journey, which are both clients of mine that fully support me and have been through all my training. So they know they absolutely are devoted to their mission and they are absolutely devoted to light language and they are absolutely devoted to their soul's spiritual awakening. And so, of course, these 2 beautiful soul sisters are totally here. And I have another one as well. She is going to come on when I bring on another program, potentially at the end of the year. And I'm so grateful for these beautiful souls. And of course, they all work in unison together and they're all really good friends. Of course, universe. And this incredible conversation that I had with my spirit guides on the beach was that for you to get to this next level, you need to have more of an opening. You need to have more of a foundation. And this requires you to hold more love. And guys, I think I hold a lot of fucking love and light, right? I'm a love and light warrior. Like that is my big piece here on earth. And yet in this, I went into the gratitude of like, okay, how can I go even deeper into gratitude? Well, there's a few people, I suppose, throughout my whole life that I potentially haven't forgiven for the silly things, or maybe they were big things. And a couple of people I know that came into my life, they did me wrong and it felt like shit, right? If I can just get really honest. And I see why they did that and I see why I did that. And yet there was still maybe a little bit like very, 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 very deep-seated unconsciously that I haven't done the work around. And so it was perfect in that moment for me to drop into the gratitude, the deepest gratitude of I'm so fucking grateful that they played that role for me with that mask, that identity, so that I could truly evolve into this character that I am today, leading more light leaders on earth. Like I am so fucking grateful that they did this for me. And I just sat on the beach crying with love and gratitude through my being, just literally pouring out of my soul. And I was like, wow, my life is so beautiful. In the moment that I was feeling, 2 weeks beforehand, when I was feeling like I had a flat battery, all I did was ask Source. I needed a book. That was then provided to me literally on a silver platter. That book literally changed my life in the instant of feeling the deepest gratitude for every single person in my life. So I really want to encourage you and inspire you. Is there anyone in your life, potentially way in the past, that you are holding any resentment, that you are holding any fuck you, any hate, any anger? Firstly, allow yourself to feel that emotion. We've been told so many times that we're not supposed to feel anger, and that's not a good way to feel. And fuck that. Feel your feelings and then truly sit in. What did they project back to you? That is a core wounding that you are there to heal. What is a core wounding that you get to look into and truly go to the depth of your soul, acknowledge it. Once you acknowledge it, you move into the gratitude of that person was there specifically to give you a learning of yourself. And that beautiful soul is a gift. That is a fucking gift. And if you are courageous enough to go and look into your wounding, congratulations. I believe we're spiritual beings playing on this earth. We are here to deeply know who we are, to feel connection, to feel emotion. And radical forgiveness gave me that next beautiful piece of feeling total freedom from myself and total freedom from any relationships or negativity that I have had from other people. And I'm so grateful for that book because it came at the most beautiful time. And I, of course, had the most beautiful 4 days off of literally filling my cup back up. And so for anyone that's also feeling like they're running a million miles an hour, or they're in hustle mode, or they're really, really, really busy, I want you to take some spaciousness, whether that's a whole day off, and totally turn your phone off. Have no distractions. Like, tell your family that you love them and then go offline. That's what I did. I messaged my group family chat and I was like, I love you guys. I'm going offline for 4 days. I love you and I'll be back soon. I journaled so much, and I actually spent some time like literally just like cleansing my soul, giving myself light language upgrades. And funnily enough, on the Monday, I was laying on my office floor and I was like, I'm calling in all of the beautiful soul clients that are meant to work with me on this next evolution that I'm on. And I was like doing light language all over my body, and I was calling in all of my guides into the room, and I just had the most beautiful upgrade for like an hour of just giving myself light language because I had the spaciousness too, which is so nice. And I was like, wow, I love giving myself spaciousness. So now I'm so excited. Every 2 months, I'm going to be giving myself 4 days off all social media. It is now going to be a ritual in my life. And I'm inspiring all of my clients to do so as well. Why? Because it gives you the spaciousness for your intuition to come in and give you what you need for your next big step. I'm so grateful that my spirit guides sat me down that Saturday when I was sitting at the beach, and they were like, Nat, you need those 2 foundations of support so that you can grow even higher in your mission. And I know for a fact that me putting these 2 beautiful people on as support will allow me to go to that full next step. And also too, it's me letting go of control, right? Like, although I'm going to be delivering on the coaching sessions, I'm actually giving more value to my clients, which is amazing. They're getting get another coach that has incredible education, that has incredible inspiration, that has incredible knowledge to, impart on these people. So actually, my clients are getting the best of both worlds. They get me and they get someone else too, which is really fucking cool. Not only that, but I feel supported and held. So if I'm in a session, I can be like, hey, write this down. Hey, write this down. Hey, write this down. Actually, cool. Can you take them through a process next Tuesday at 7 a.m. as well, 7 p.m. And they can do this as well as another freebie just because I love you. So know that I'm also doing that in my sessions now because I really, truly do want to help more humans. And I feel as if these beautiful humans that are now entering into my world, into my containers, are going to feel so much more held and supported, which is also what I really, really, really want to give and gift. So filling my cup up was such an awesome 4 days. Radical forgiveness. Totally, guys, please read this book. It was fucking life-changing. And I have actually said to all of my clients this week, I'm like, you need to read this book. You need to read this book. You need to read this book. I'm like Oprah. I want to just like fucking start handing them out, right? And I'm like, you get a book and you get a book and you get a book. It's not only that, but just the way it's written, like the whole journey it takes you on, the flow of it. It's like it reflects self pieces back to you. It reflected a lot of pieces back to me on how actually, like, even my friendships and my relationships, all of the core wounding, I didn't realize, like, if I was to string a piece of line between all of them, they all actually, piece to piece, all keep linking back to the I'm not good enough, which is actually so wild. And every time I hit a new level in my business, that piece, that shadow comes up of like, I'm not good enough. And it's interesting and fascinating that this is actually now what's truly coming in. And so, beautiful humans, filling my cup up has been so incredible. I love spaciousness. And I'm also getting to a point in my business now with these 2 new group containers that I have, that I actually get to have more spaciousness, which is really exciting, which means I reckon in November I'm going to start taking some more one-on-ones. So if you do want a one-on-one, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, get in quick before anyone else wants it. And yeah, it's a beautiful paradigm that I'm hitting of allowing myself to let go of control and have more team in and have more operations in my business and more systems in my business, because that's how you can scale, right? That's how, if you talk to any big entrepreneur, we need systems and structure and strategies in place so that we can keep building the tower higher and higher. And yeah, I feel like over the weekend I was able to let go of some control, and also like it's a beautiful spaciousness that I get to bring these beautiful women into, and the forgiveness of myself, of the fact that I am good enough, is also so nourishing to my soul. And so, beautiful humans, I hope you take some time off social media. It has been a fucking wonderful journey. If you're enjoying this podcast, please leave a review on Apple Podcast and also on Spotify. All the links will be down below. Beautiful souls, if you want to get in touch with me, please go and follow me on Instagram and TikTok under @Natalie Paterson with 1 T coaching, or at the Ascension Codes podcast on all social media platforms. Until next time, my loves, lots of love to you, and I will see you on the next episode. I have channeled through 2 incredibly powerful and potent group coaching programs. One is for the entrepreneurs who want to get to consistent 10K months, learn everything that I have in the systems and the back end of my business, how I've helped other entrepreneurs scale to 10 and 20 and 30K months, how I've been able to cultivate so much certainty in my business by my spiritual tools, my spiritual gifts, and also the strategies and the structure to actually making your goals a real reality. So that is Business Container 1. Taking you quantum, baby. It's called reclamation of the soul's purpose. The second business container is called Cash Codes and Clients. This is for all the entrepreneurs who are already at, that 20, 30, 40K months, and they are wanting to scale beyond multi 6 figures and 7 figures. This is strategy, structure, spiritual fucking woo-woo codes, 5th dimension. There is 3 live events and 9 months of full support of me channeling in your business. If you would like to learn more, the links are down below. Both options have payment plans, finance available, and also pays in fulls, of course. Babes, if you want to work with me, if you feel the call to work with me and learn more about my magic, please DM me now at Natalie Paterson Coaching or the Ascension Codes _.